Hello, welcome to this new video of the Night Popular series 213 in 2013. I'm Céline Navarro, garden girl at twopeasinabucket.com. Each week we're giving you prompts to inspire you throughout the year. At the end of 2013, you get 213 prompts to get started on any kinds of creative projects. This week, I would like to show you a brand new layout that I videotaped a while ago. I have picked 5 new prompts to inspire you this week. Well, here's a picture of the products that I'm going to use for my layout. You can see on the picture that I played with some glitz design papers and embellishments, and I also used some Bella Boulevard papers and stickers for this layout. I've been in love with those both manufacturers lately because I love the fun and trendy designs and colors that they use on the products. I'm also going to use some Project Life cards. Of course, you can use those as journaling cards, but I'm going to use them as layering elements just to give some layers on my layouts. And then I'm going to use some masking tape and some Mr. U's. Well, this is my final layout, so that you can see that I play with really bright colors here. The prompts are going to be really fun to work with, and this is going to be a really easy and fast layout to make. You will see that, I'm sure. So let's get started. Prompt number 1, use photos a relative took of you. So for this layout, what I decided to do is print some pictures of myself that my boyfriend took of me. I was about to clean my lens when he was doing some pictures, and he kept taking photos of me while I was trying to clean the actual lens of my camera. Well, these turned out to be not really pretty pictures, but the moment was really funny, and it allows me to remember some really good times we had at that moment that he took those pictures. And I don't have a lot of pictures of myself that he took himself, though. Those are really important. Prompt number 2, mix colors and black and white photos. So what I was saying about scrapbooking pictures of yourself that a friend or someone in your family took of you is that it allows you to actually make a layout about yourself. No, you don't have to talk about yourself in this layout. For example, in this layout, I use pictures that my boyfriend took while I was trying to clean my camera lens. I'm not going to talk about myself or say anything about me on this layout. I'm just going to talk about the moment that those photos come from. We were on vacation, and it was a long time since we went on vacation together. So it reminds me of really good times that we had, and it was kind of funny to discover those pictures on the camera when I uploaded them on the computer. So those pictures allow me to remember good times, and also because they are not perfect, I think they are pretty funny. So what I did is that I mixed black and white and color pictures on this one to get some kind of contrast on my layout. What I did here is that I glued one color picture and then a black and white, then a color picture, then a black and white, and a color and a black and white. And then I used my sewing machine to actually stitch them all together and turn them into some kind of collage. So what I'm doing here is that I'm using a glitz design background paper as my background. And then here I'm cutting some strips from Bella Boulevard to add some contrast on my layout. Prompt number 3, use Project Life products on your layout. So I'm using some Project Life cards from the Craft and Honey editions. And I also cut some Two Peas in a Bucket digital files that you can find on the Two Peas in a Bucket store. What I did is that I cut them into white cardstock and I'm going to mix them and glue them on top of other Project Life cards. So what I'm doing here is that I'm using those cards as regular pieces of papers and I'm going to actually layer them all together to create a fun background. I really want to play with layering on this layout, so I'm just going to cut some cards, layer them on top of each other. For example, this is one of my 2 peas in a bucket digital file that I cut with my silhouette. And I'm just going to glue it on a, I think this is the craft edition. So I'm going to glue it here. I'm also going to use my sewing machine on this one. You will see that later. And then I'm going to layer, this is a Bella Boulevard card that you actually get on a 12 by 12 paper. So I just cut it, it's a 4 by 6 card. And then I'm using it like, you know, a piece of paper and just layer it with other cards. On these Project Life cards, I'm just cutting the bubble speech and I know that I'm going to glue it later on. So what I need to do is add a tiny bit of double-sided tape here to glue everything together. And then I'm going to write my journaling and add some stickers and things like this on top of this all. Once you have all of your Project Life cards ready, so that you can see here that I added some stitching on my card. Well, once you know how you're going to layer everything together, you can glue this on top of the cards. What I did is that I cut the whole layout a tiny bit smaller so that I can use another pattern paper as the main background. So here I'm going to decide which one I'm going to use as my main background. So what I do is that I'm going to try what it's gonna look like on different kind of papers, and basically only my eyes can tell which one are going to be picked. For example, I really like this red background from Glitz Design because I have a lot of green on my background, but you can see that I have this orange red scarf on my pictures, and a red background would actually make like a reminder of that color. So I'm trying different kind of papers here, and I really like that gray one too, because I mean gray matches kind of every colors. So what I'm doing is that I'm going to decide between those two, and you can see that I picked the red background because I think the main layout really pops out from that background instead of the gray one. So I'm gonna go for the red background, and then I'm going to glue everything together. Now that you have picked your background for this layout, you can actually use your sewing machine to sew around the edges. Just add a tiny bit of elements here and there. What you can also do is play with washi tape. I'm going to use some Glitz Design washi tape here and there to add some colors. Here you can see that I'm just trying to decide whether I'm going to use some more 2 peas in a bucket silhouette cut files. And I'm just going to add some washi tape here and there, just for the color, just for the design, just to add a tiny bit of extra layers on my layout. Prompt number 4, big title equals big idea. What I did on my silhouette is that I wanted to have a really big title for this layout. I knew that I wanted my big title at the bottom of my layout, so I knew exactly what title I would use, knowing the pictures that I would use for this layout. So I decided to make this layout in French because my boyfriend doesn't speak any English. So I thought this would be like a fun memory from our trip. So the title says, "Wait, Damien, I'm trying to clean the camera." So this is exactly what I said when I was trying to clean it. So it's a souvenir from this trip, and even though I don't really like myself on the pictures, I mean it's a really fun souvenir. So what I did is that on my silhouette, I knew that I would make this big, so I just wrote my title as a 12 by 12 wide, and then I just cut it. That's it. Prompt number 5, feathers are trendy. So I recently received my 2 piece in a bucket order, and I got a bunch of Glitz Design products as well as some Bella Boulevard products. So feathers are really trendy, and I really wanted to use some of those right away. So I just added some feathers here and there. So here you can see that I used some Glitz Design die cuts and also stickers. And I also couldn't resist ordering those awesome stamps. So I'm just using some black VersaFine ink, which is my favorite ink, along with the Prima Chalk pads. So I'm just going to stamp with my black VersaFine, and then I'm going to cut around the stamps and then use them on my layout. It's as simple as that. I also ordered my a Glitz Design roller stamp. I thought that I would use it on this layout, but I thought that it was already a really busy layout, so I thought that I would use it on another project. So here I'm just cutting around the stamped image, and then I'm going to use some font tabs to actually add them to my layout. I also use some other stamp to add the month of our trip. And then I'm just going to glue some stickers here and there on my layout. And then you can see on my big title that I decided to get rid of two words that I cut with the silhouette, and I replaced them with some October Afternoon alpha stickers. So I'm just added some elements here and there, and that's it. Well, this is my final layout. I have to admit that I really like it, so I hope you really like it too. The fun thing is that all of these prompts will allow you to get outside of the box. You can try them all, you can try only one of them, but the great thing is at least try one and have fun. Because remember, this is the most important thing is to have fun. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye bye. Thank you.